Okay, in this video we're going to talk a little bit about making tables in Excel. So making data tables. And when we do that, we're basically taking a set of data like this that is structured in a field and record format that then could look like this. And many times you're used to seeing it in just a list format. That is not a preferred format for working with, so we're going to convert it to a table and show you how to create an input form very simply and get to that as well. So let's start with the field list, and that's the field list that's on the contacts list table. But to make a table, I can say insert table, and as you can see, the shortcut that they recommend is Control T. So I'm not even going to bother using ribbon. That's my first recommendation. Just go anywhere in your data, and as long as it's contiguous, do Control T. It will say may or may not have checked my table has headers. If it isn't checked and your table has headers, make sure it's checked. That is the range. I click OK, and I can automatically have a table format. Now, the most important thing is once it's a table, you get this context menu up here called Table Design. Always go to Table Design and name your table. And I always use something like T field list, so then I know that it's a table. So that's a table. Let's go over here, do the same thing. So you can see that my data is all contiguous as far as columns across the top and rows. I can have gaps in the rows here, but not in the columns or the rows down this side. So I'm just going to select anywhere. Let's just select here, do Control T. My table has headers. That is my range. I click OK. Now, again, name it, and I'm going to say T contact list. And I have that. And just for design, let's go ahead and change the format. It's very easy to do. Let's say we want it to look like that. Okay, so it's very easy to change the format of your table. Now the beauty of a table is as I add information, I'm just going to put Bill Tomoff here. You'll see that the table extends. So it's automatically extended my range. And that is part of the beauty of tables. When you use them for pivot tables, analysis, whatever, that data set keeps extending. And I'm just going to do Control Z to get rid of that added record. So now we created the tables, we named the tables, but if I'm going to be adding data to this or editing, I'd really like to have an input form. So Excel gives us the ability to create a simple input form, but they don't make it easy to get to. So I've already added it to my quick access toolbar here, and if I'm in the table form, and you'll see that it gives me the list, and I can easily search for it using criteria. I could add a new record. I can scroll through this. Okay, if I say new, let's just do Bill Tomoff again. And when I hit enter, you'll see it goes to the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to close that, do Control Z, get rid of that again. But that's the form. Now, how do you get this button on your quick access toolbar? Because Excel or Microsoft kind of hides it in the ribbon. To do that, you go to File, Options, Quick Access Toolbar, and you'll see that it's already right here. But if you don't have it, and you won't, okay, so let's say I wanted it there, you go to All Commands, and you start scrolling down until you find the one that you want. You can see I'm just scrolling, and form is right there. It is already on here, so I'm not going to add it, but if I didn't, I would add it, and then it's available. So I'm going to close. Now, to invoke that, so it's there, one of the tricks that I use is the ones you use most frequently. I'm holding down the Alt key. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Alt 5 will always invoke that item on my Quick Access Toolbar. So let's try that. I did that on purpose. Because I'm not in the table, it can't open up the form. It needs to see that this is a table. So I'm going to get out of that. Go ahead and go there, Alt 5, and you'll see that it is. So I can bring up this form either by clicking in the table and clicking on this, or I'm in the table and I just click on Alt 5. So that in a nutshell is how you set up a table, name a table, and then get to a basic data input form and add that item to your QAT toolbar for easy access. Hope this helps.